I have been putting more work into my modular dungeon tiles, trying to get these hexagonal pieces to fit with these square ones. The problem is that the hexagons are wider than they are tall. So when both sides of the square pieces are equal to the hexagon's height, there's going to be a discrepancy when putting them together. Scaling the models or splitting them up into smaller triangles is not gonna work either, because it only solves the problem in one axis but not the other, so it's just the same old problem again. I tried every piece that would connect these hexagons to the square ones in every possible situation, orientation and position. All in all, that added up to a total of 50 connector pieces. Inputting the length of these connector pieces into a spreadsheet, you immediately notice a pattern. These aren't as much irregular numbers as they are a nonlinear sequence or an alternating step pattern. No matter what you call them, the end result will always be that you can't just use a few connector pieces and have them work in every imaginable scenario. You will need to have them all. So is that feasible? I was actually considering it. I don't know if it is my perfectionism or what it is, but I wanted to make these 50 connector pieces until I realized that for every type of tile that I'm going to create in the future, whether it be dungeon tiles or wooden plank or a forest floor, I would have to make 50 different versions of all of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So, what can be done? Well, as it turns out, I had already solved the problem a couple of days ago when I made these two connector pieces. I had hoped to be able to completely and perfectly encase the hex tiles within the square ones, but that's just not feasible. But using a combination of these two connector pieces, you can get pretty darn close, and done is better than perfect. I'm gonna print out a few more, stress test them a little bit, see if I can't find any final bugs, but then they'll be ready for release. So make sure that you keep an eye on my Patreon, where the files will be available for free, or on my Etsy store if you just want to buy the finished tiles.